Some advertisers look at what their competitors do well and try to copy it. But the real advantage might actually come from doing the exact opposite. It's this concept called reverse benchmarking, studying what your competitors do really badly and then doing those things exceptionally well. Let me give you the best example of this I've ever heard. Rory Sutherland tells this story on a lot of his podcasts. It's amazing. So a gentleman by the name of Will Guidara ran the #1 restaurant in the world. One night he took his team out to dinner at what was then the #1 restaurant in the world. And as you'd expect, everything was incredible. His team and everyone at the table kept pointing out what they did exceptionally well. But Will said something brilliant. There's no point us benchmarking ourselves against their strengths. They're already good. That tells us nothing. So he asked a different question. What are 2 things they did badly? And how do we massively invest in those? Some pretty sneaky stuff. They found 2 complaints. The coffee experience was terrible. Nothing fancy, no variety, no craft. And number 2, the beer selection was basically an afterthought. It's no effort whatsoever. So Will goes back to his restaurant and says, right, you, the guy who loves coffee, you're now the coffee expert. You, craft beer fanatic, you're now the beer expert. And suddenly his restaurant became the place known for world-class coffee and beer because he doubled down on what everyone else had neglected. That's reverse benchmarking. And this is exactly how you would apply it to Facebook lead generation ads. Most advertisers copy what their competitors do well. Same ad angles, same hooks, same templates, and then they wonder why they blend in. But if you were to study what they didn't do that well, that's where this differentiation and opportunity to stand out lives. For example, they may not build trust in their ads, running static images, no teaching, no value, no face. And so that's where you would run a Skillshow ad type, sketchbook ad type, the testimonial ad types that are bang on about. Ads that feel human. The messaging might be generic. So you turn your process, your philosophy, your frameworks into unmistakable creative assets. This is where an us versus them ad type shines through. Not by attacking competitors, but ideally by showing your audience the difference between industry norms and your standards. This is very simply a static image, and then you would film a talking head, green screen it over top of the image, and talk your way through the points of them and your differentiation points for us. With this, you don't necessarily need to shout louder. You can simply just present how you're different, but intentionally. This concept of reverse benchmarking creates contrast. Contrast or polarity creates preference, and preference is what can potentially lower your cost to acquire a customer, not just chasing cheap leads. If you want to see an example of an us versus them ad type, just comment the word benchmark below, and I'll send it over to you.